the Game of the Week. And this week's Game of the Week is Grounded 2. That's right, this week we're going microscopic. We're diving headfirst into Obsidian's freshly launched sequel, Grounded 2. It's buggy in good ways and in bad ways. It's brutal, and it might be one of the best survival games of this year. And right off the bat, we gotta say, Obsidian didn't just give us more backyard to explore and be like, we're gonna just regurgitate what we did in the first one and just kind of repolish it. They gave us an entire park. In fact, if you're not aware, Grounded 2 takes place in Brookhollow, which is a massive, overgrown playground packed with new zones, new bugs, and way more places to piss your pants when a spider pops out of nowhere. In fact, according to Obsidian, the new map is 5 times the size of the original, and get this, only 20% of it has been launched. That's right, the game released in early access, but that 20% is roughly the same size as the map from Grounded 1, with the developer promising to add more areas and flush the game out as early access continues. But if you've never played Grounded before, there's some key things to know about this game. In fact, a core element to Grounded is the Omni-Tool, and think of this as like the Swiss Army knife of survival. You've essentially got one device that works as multiple things, like an axe, a shovel, a hammer, and maybe it'll become a bug zapper by update 3, who knows. But that thing basically helps you out everywhere, and you can progress it in the game and level it up and get new features. It's a really cool aspect to this game. Another favorite part for me is obviously going to be the buggy mounts. Walking is extremely overrated when you're the size of a Q-tip, and in Grounded, you can actually capture bugs and ride them, and the bugs offer you way more than just being able to, like, travel faster. The red soldier ant will chew through branches, and it'll haul heavy material, and the orb weaver spider allows you to quickly travel across spider webs, so you can web up your enemies while riding it, and it'll also, like, roar and intimidate your enemies. The other cool thing is base building is still a key part of this game, but it's back and it's better. The crafting is tighter. The inventory still feels a little bit clunky in my opinion, but like it's still early access, so it's kind of hard to be mad about. And the other big part for me is that Obsidian is planning seasonal updates to this game. Right, fall of 2025, they're promising things like new zones, gears, and bug types. Winter, you're going to have Tier 3 tool upgrades, Steam Deck support, and a lot of new creatures being added. Summer of 2026, we're going to get more mounts, story expansions, and then we'll have the full 1.0 release later on in 2026. And look, don't just take what we're saying here as like the be-all, end-all. Check out some of these other reveals. I mean, Windows Central said that Grounded 2 is the survival game to beat in 2025. Obsidian knocked it out of the park. Polygon wrote, buggy, beautiful, and bizarre in all the right ways. IGN said more polished and ambitious than most full releases. This isn't just a sequel. It's a glow up. Over on Steam, the Steam charts were peaking with 49,000 concurrent players on day 1. Already crushing the record set by the first game. And then you also go over to Steam, you start reading the reviews, and someone's like, yo, I've been playing survival games for a decade. Grounded 2, easily in my top 5. With reviews like that, I definitely think you shouldn't sleep on this game. If you're a fan of survival games, you gotta check it out. Because bottom line, Grounded 2 is bigger, it's smarter, and it's way more bug-friendly, in a good way and in a bad way. And Obsidian clearly listened to the feedback of the fans. And they're building something really special. Is it perfect? No, it's called early access. But it's fun, it's fresh, and it's crawling with potential. And that's why Grounded 2 is our game of the week. And shout out to Xbox, shout out to Obsidian, and everyone who worked on this game. Grounded 2, game of the week. Definitely check it out.